Hello guys and welcome back to another episode on the New Breed Pod. I remain your very host, Oyindamola Elizabeth Shueton. And today we're going to be doing a continuation from our last video. I hope you enjoyed the last video. And today we have, different faces from the faces that we had last week. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. So guys.
My name is Osasuna Gaiden.
Hello guys, I am Elizabeth Okonlawon.
My name is Ernest Osadola.
Obanla Luluwa Samuel.
Hi everyone, my name is Lisa Akuna.
All right, thank you guys so much for honoring our invitation to come here today. And without any further ado, let's dive right into the topic for today. So, the continuation. I hope you guys remember Christian dating Palaver. Are you guys excited? Are you guys excited? All right, so, we talked about a lot of things last week, and today I have more juicy questions. More juicy questions. Are you guys ready to give me juicy answers?
I got you.
Like I asked last week, are you guys Christians?
Of course we are. Of course we are now.
You shocked them. You shocked them.
I'm alone,
Okay. All right, my very first question. This one. Should a Christian be using a dating service to find a spouse?
Who is going first? Well, first of all, we are in a digital world now. Okay, the age of globalization and all sorts. So I don't think we should condition religion to all these things. These are tools that help us meet with people all over the world. For example, instead of you staying in your village, you can meet with people from all over the world, from different...
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Okay. You can meet with...
If you want to understand what she said, go and watch our today's service. Okay. You understand? Yeah.
You can connect to the city and all countries, different countries all over the world. So you can meet anybody from anywhere. So I don't think it's not necessarily that you must not get yourself involved with these dating services if you're a Christian. We even have Christian connects. If you check, yes, go and check Instagram. We have Nigerian, Christian single something. For those of you who are looking for spouses, yes, they have them on Instagram, on Tinder, anywhere you want to go. You can connect with anybody. That's my own opinion. Yes, they are reasonable people. I don't know. Those are just some platforms that I can talk about, okay? I seem to be corrected. Yeah. So, okay, so if you have any other one, but personally for me, it's not a big deal. I can be a Christian and I can also use dating services. Thank you.
If you allow me, she's right. I agree with everything she said.
Okay, for me, what she said is okay, but I know I've not done it. I'm speaking for myself practically, and I don't think I would want to do that, like to join a dating app, because we have, I feel somebody that's like me, that is sane, would not want to. Wait, I'm coming. I'm about to land. I feel somebody that is sane like me would not want to, because most Christians are looking for worldly or secular things to justify whatever it is. That's number one. And number two, I would say with prayers and networking, because we have so many wolves that come in sheep clothing and then they join the Christian fold because they know that they want to see a very reasonable, a very respectable sister or a respectable brother, but they themselves, they are far from it. So they come into that to come and fish. So I wouldn't even advise people that are sane to jump into that platform, because most people, in fact 90% of them are like wolves. Yeah.
Well, based on what she said, that comes to profile setup. There's no way if you set up your profile well.
Bro, there's
packaging. There's no packaging. I'm telling you, it's profile setup.
Packaging.
Of course, she's right. At some point, the kind of people that you find on dating apps are, perverts and all of that. God forgive me. But like, if you set up your profile, you don't know who you're gonna meet there. That's why it's social media, and that's why it's a social platform. You can meet people that have the same energy as you, and you can work things out. Yeah.
But I mean, like, I feel like at the end of the day, if I wanted to set up my profile, I could put things there. You would never know if it's true or not. Like, I would obviously want to hype myself up and say, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that. But it's until you go fall inside my trap, you can't say, nah, what I ordered versus what I got.
I will also advise, it's good that people try, but don't put it at the back of your mind that, okay, I'm going into this because I want to get something from it. Just try. Just toss your whatever it is and be open, be sincere about who you are. You understand?
From my own perspective, if I could put it well, that is an electronic wife. So, looking at it very diligently, let me quote one of the inspirational word of Daddy Adeboye. Now, he said, a wife that you got in Facebook, YouTube will break it. Are you understanding? So one thing I want to say here is that there is, let me say, 70% risk choosing a wife in a dating app or whatever. Because the people that are there can decide to pull a male, while they are female. They can decide to put female while they are male. So it's all about you be very sensitive on what you do. Because this is somebody you don't know. It has 30% positivity or effects, maybe, I don't know. But I can assure you 70% is error. Because you are dealing with, what about if you now find out that it's a robot? You understand? So people, there are some people, they use these things to deceive people. They might want to call you and they go and use another app, just to make sure you are seeing them, they are fine or whatever. There is a lot of deception in meeting somebody in social media, and which I don't advise, in my own personal understanding, for any Christian to go into that. I know Rccg have an app like that, but me, personally, I don't advise. It's not everybody that is there that speaks in tongues that is actually good for marriage. There are boys who are like men.
See, I want to say something. Okay, whether you meet in the physical face, okay, or you meet on social media, it's still a kind of word. Yeah. You're meeting people that I meet. Who told you cannot deceive me in the house of God? See, that's why I'm. Yes. Who told you? Yes. Who told you cannot? Okay, let me say a story. It happened in my church back in Nigeria. Okay, the man was actually a Muslim. He loved this girl. Maybe he was coming to church. In fact, he came outside. He was doing everything. He was coming. They dated for good 3 years. That was one day after the marriage. Just one day, the lady went to work. She came back. She opened the door. She didn't see her husband in the sitting room. She entered room. She saw somebody doing for the first time in her entire life. This is somebody that came to church, that was doing everything. See, social media is just a world. Okay, it's another kind of word, and it is not robots that are there. Yes, we have robots, but they're also human beings. So the way they deceive physically is the same way they will deceive socially. So it is just a place for meeting. You can meet the right person. I'm on social media, you're on social media. Yes or yes?
I'm there.
So
Wait, let me tell you.
we are all on social media. So it depends on who you meet. Now, what you now meet is another thing. So who do I meet physically too? The other time we were talking about knowing somebody that by the time I now get and I realize that you are empty, then I back out. So it's the same thing. I met you on social media. Oh, you are this, you're that, you're that. Then I back out. If you're not then I back out. It's just the major thing is meeting, connecting first. Then you now know, do I want to maintain this connection or not? Am I seeing it well or not? Is this guy a liar or not? If you have eyes, you will now see beyond that. Thank you.
So to buttress their point, it all depends on the risk, which is lower. For me, I believe social media is all this dating app is an artificial platform. Because we have AI tools now, that can edit pictures and do a lot of things. It's even worse. For example, professional site like LinkedIn, you see somebody putting what they've not achieved. Putting there, you on your own, you'll be scared, let alone dating sites. You understand? They can put 6 feet tall, you see the person is like, I can't popo. You understand? So I think seeing people in church alone safe is even hard, let alone someone you have not met before. You know, it's difficult. So mine is choose the risk that is lower that you can go for. I'm not saying dating apps are not good, but choose the risk that is less.
Yeah, like now I understand where what everyone is saying. For him, he's saying that there's deception everywhere, whether on social media, whether in church, there's deception everywhere. And she's saying that even in the deception, don't just zero your mind to say, oh, because it's social media, I can't find the love of my life, or I can't find anything good in it. People have found spouses and they are counting years. They are even understanding spouses, Christian spouses, you understand, on social media, and they are doing well. And people have gone into social media and it's been terrible. Do you understand? So I think it's just based on what he said, discernment, and just pray. God can make it happen through social media. God can make it happen outside social media.
All right. Okay. The other GC want to say something? We can just move on from now.
Like, yeah, I mean, prayer is very, very important. If you pray, you meet someone on like a dating app or something, and you guys are praying together. Of course, God will show you way. If it's the person, of course, it's the person. If it's not the person, it's not the person. I think, yeah.
Okay. So our next question now is there anything as soulmates? And does God have one specific person for us to marry? Because I remember last week, Apostle said something. He said a woman has to give birth to 700. What? A woman said 600 medically. A woman supposed to born 600. Please, my fellow sisters in the comment section, please, Apostle must be prosecuted for this because I'm a one woman born 600. You know. So, like, the question is there anything as soulmates, or does God have one person for us to marry?
I don't think so.
Eh? What do you mean by you don't think so? If that should be the case, I'm getting married to more than one then?
No.
I don't understand.
One person is not destined for you to get married. Let's assume now that God already destined that there's one Sister Bumi, and then Sister Bumi has already gotten married to someone else. Do you understand? Will you now say, oh, because your soulmate is taken, you will now be single for life?
No.
Or will you now, you understand?
Okay.
I don't think one person is meant.
Yeah, me too. I don't think so. Come on.
For me, I believe there's a man for a woman and there's a woman for a man. You know, I don't believe that this person is your soulmate. If that person now go and marry another person and you remain single, no. But I believe there's a man for a woman and a woman for a man. It depends on where you meet, how you build your friendship, and how you put God first in it. So it becomes your soulmate. That is my theology.
Okay.
From my own perspective, there is nothing like that.
Nothing like soulmates.
Nothing like that. So it's just like when God have, in fact, he said, he that findeth. So finding is not one place. You can find this one and it's not what you want. You can go ahead and find another one. So there is no specific one. Anyone you present to God and you are like okay with it, that okay, I can go with this, and God said, this is it. I have assigned what you have agreed. So you can go ahead and do what you want to do. There is no specific one. Then I say, if it is by that, that means there are some people, or like our mother, that will never marry. Yeah. They have to travel to Australia because their wife is there or their husband is there. So there is nothing like that. So go to the word and multiply.
I feel why people use the word soulmate is because based on the law of the universe, like all of us as humans, our souls are like entwined to each other. You understand? So if we find someone that we blend with, we have mutual understanding with, you understand, we become perfect for each other, then we call ourselves soulmates. Yeah.
So it's just a word, not really like a thing. Okay.
I concur with what they've said.
All right. Thank you for concurring. All right. The next question is it proper for couples to split bills? He He's so quick. He's so quick to take the mic.
I'm quick to talk about this. Yeah, it's possible and it's right for couples to split bills. You know, the generation we are in now, a lot of things is getting out of hand, expenses everywhere. You know, like the man is major, like a struggle. You know, so I believe that if you love each other, you decide to come into what is it called now, your marriage or relationship. Yeah. You guys should split the bills.
To what extent? Should it be like a 50-50 thing or a 70-30 thing or a 60-40 thing? To what extent?
For me, I believe the man is the head of the house, so he should do more. You understand? So for me, splitting of bills does not mean Femi, you bring 2,000, me bring 2,000. No, I can decide to be like, okay, Femi, I'm going to pay the kids' school fees. You take care of the food stuff. Do you understand? Yeah. So that is how they split bills. It's not that it's mandatory that you must do it, but at least get conscious. You understand? Get the feel of
They say
God.
make we get conscious. Men get conscious.
So,
women.
What I'm gonna can I portray a point? Is it me that is talking now? Yeah. All right. So what I'm gonna say is what a man can do, a woman can do better. Yeah. He said something like he said something like a man should do more. I don't think a man should do more. A man should try more. That's what it should be like. But like as it comes, however it is, if the school fees want to pay, what I have this, I have that. How much do you have? It's together. It's one. Husband and wife, they make one. They don't make one person the head and the other person. The only reason why they make a man the head is why you guys what's going on? Okay, listen. I want Lisa to talk.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Apostle.
Okay. Can I say something?
Please say something.
From my own perspective, I see marriage to be devotional. Yeah. So when it is devotion, there is nothing like mine. Mm-hmm. It is now us, we. So, like people normally quote scriptures. I can't remember. I think 1 Timothy 5 verse 8, thereabout. It said, someone. See, that place, read it well. He didn't say a man who cannot provide for his family. Anyone. It's any. It's not, there is no man there.
But any man is man.
There is no man. 1 Timothy 5 verse 8. Please, read it if you have it.
Can I read it?
Read it.
As the host, let me read it. 1
Read
Timothy
it.
what?
If you put man there, I will get up from the studio.
No. 1 Timothy what?
5 verse 8. Let's see.
Okay.
Come on.
Come on to tape. Okay. This is NIV version.
Okay.
Anyone who does not provide for
There
their
is no man there. Let's stop this thing.
Wait now.
Are we
Let's
together?
check another version. I'm coming. Let me check another version. But but not true. If any, even King James version.
Is any? There is no man there.
Sorry, Apostle, there is his. There is his.
If any provide for not for his
own. He's
but
still a man now.
Usually, I feel like usually in the Bible, let's be honest, they use a lot of he a lot.
No, what I'm trying to bring in that perspective now, what I'm trying to bring out from that perspective is that it's all about devotion. So when you say provide there, it doesn't really just mean money. Because this is what we have in mind. That's why we still have problem with trouser now. You are reading the Bible. The Bible never mentioned trouser. You are the one that says trousers. There is something you put in your mind that you are using to explain what the scripture is not saying. Now, look at this very carefully. Anyone means if the man, you know as a man you are, you know what at least, okay, what you can do or what, marriage is a call to a higher responsibility. Now, so when you know what you can do, you do it. You as a woman, you know what you can also do and support. You also do it. It's not something that you have to say you are the one that must do this one and it's on your head. There is nobody that their name is written on school fees. How about those people that maybe, for example, maybe something happened, they splitted and all of that, and the man say no. So what will you do as a woman? So I think it's both sides. Let's balance it. You have to bring and I have to bring. That is devotion. But when it is not divided, there is no longer man.
Let me say something short before you guys continue. Let me say something short before you guys continue. That's why I said you don't say a man has to do better. He has to just try better because he has the energy more. Opposed to, I'll be giving the point to be explaining. That's it.
Do you want to say something?
No. I want to say something. Basically, what Apostle is saying, we are not we are not bending the issue here. We are saying that as a man, you need to be responsible. You understand? So, one thing I would say is, do not marry or date someone that is stingy. That is where the problem comes from. You understand? I'm serious. That is where the problem comes from. You know, all this fight about paying busy. No. At least let it come from your heart. Like I said before, Mona still get fear of God. You understand? So that is it.
Sorry, I want to say something. I know most people are watching, for future husband or somebody, don't think I'm that kind of person, but just try to understand me from where I'm coming from. See, it's not mandatory for a woman to do what she has to do in the family. It's not a must. It's the man's duty. That's what I believe is the man's duty. So it is the man and the woman that will come together. The man will say, okay, this is what I am earning. This is how far I can go. If you are working, okay, how can you support? You understand? It's like telling her, this is my strength. This is where my strength can carry me. And you are like my helpmate. How can you support? Not like you're saying because you're my wife and because you're working, I am paying this, you have to pay that. I am doing this, you have to know. Okay, it is you that have to do it. It is she that will come as an understanding wife that will say, okay, in my culture, right, if a man does not provide for his family, in fact, he's seen like a weakling. And again, even when his wife has, if his wife wants to do, he would not want her to do more than him because he will also be seen as a weakling. So most times she will always want to be low for him to do. She can even go as far as putting for other people to also help her husband, but not she coming in that light because it brings a lot in the family. Like this whole finance thing now, it brings so much insecurity in homes. You understand? The men, they will not want to say it. We saw a story on Instablog where the man just woke up one day and he was nowhere to be found. He left the lady and the kids. Why? Only for him to start posting later saying that he felt some type of way in the home. The lady was showing that she had too much. The lady was overpowering him. The lady was doing but in the lady's eyes, she was being supportive. She felt that her husband didn't have a job. Her husband didn't have anything. So she was taking responsibility. But the man felt attacked. His ego was already attacked. And what did he do? He quietly left the responsibility, everything for her with the children.
Do you know what, Sister Lisa? Do you know what? You have a point. But not really, though, because like the thing is, in that your same culture, we find people that the couples are the owners of the business and they do it together.
Wait, I don't know.
So,
what is even the point of? Is it that we are talking about men and women? Okay, sorry, the man and the woman in the marriage should share the bills. This is finance. We are talking about the finances now. How they are.
Yes, we're talking the finances now.
No,
my point.
The question is like, is it proper for couples to
bills.
split bills?
Split bills. So that's
That is finances.
how they
So
manage and cut and do things.
Do you know what? The answer is no. It's not proper for you guys to split bills. You should do it together. Simple.
Okay. Can I say something? Can I say something? Please, can I say something? Now, I think the guys are kind of saying no, they have to with their ladies. But let us be realistic. First of all, the societal expectation of a woman in the marriage is so much. A woman must do this. Proverb 30 kind of woman. Do this, do that, do that. And the men, let's see, realistically, we know that the only thing they actually apportion to men is not, it's just that now we are in the new era that we are trying to encourage men to be involved in things other than the finances. True. Now, the only thing that is apportioned or that has been apportioned from time memorial, even till now, in our way of life socially, okay, is just, okay, a man is responsible when he takes care of his family. In what aspects?
No, it's not only money. No, don't get it wrong.
No. See,
protection. You understand?
It's not that we are telling them protection and emotion. Then it's always finances. I know what I'm talking about. Then it's always finances. A man will just come after he pays the school fees. That's all. He doesn't even.
Are you speaking for yourself?
I'm not speaking. If it's by that one, I can never bring my family matter here. Because if it's by that one, I will tell you there is no man that have paid my school fees before since I was born. Yes, I will say
No,
it
it's
by
not
full
only school
chest.
fees. Like,
So I'm telling you, this is what we know. We are all millennials, maybe the new generation of fathers now. But be realistic. Just go back home and see when your father pays the school fees and all that. How many of you sat down your father's leg and played with your father? That's just one name. But we know. I know what I'm talking about. When the man feels like he struggles, a lot of men, they even leave the house to do maybe some contracts, this, that, and they come back. They're just tired when the wife brings the food on the table and all. We know that the only responsibility that they attach to them is the finances. They should take care of the finances most of the time. In that aspect, we know that, okay, like what you said, to buttress what Lisa said, a man should bear full responsibilities. But now that we know that even the full responsibility, we have some men, some irresponsible men that even their ego cannot even take it, while a lady is even standing up to cover their ass, to cover their shame.
Okay. Can I say
Oh God, I have so much to talk about.
I think the problem here is that we are making it a universal something.
Of course.
And which is not supposed to be see from that picture. This is based on who is involved. Now, look at this very clear. I don't want to start mentioning names of maybe the people I've read about who even their wife bring to limelight. Do you get? So there are some people that can tell you that I was trained by my mom, not that their father died. Do you understand? Yes. So let's have this not a universal kind of conclusion, but let's specify it individually. So it depends on the woman too, because one thing I see about women that I must be, I don't know, I'm not saying generally, but the few one I've seen, they multiply.
Of course.
I
want to ask you a question, sir.
Okay.
I want to ask you a question. That time you said,
We can't just mandate it.
that one you said that,
She can support.
sorry,
Do you
let me
understand? But you don't just say, okay, yes.
Okay.
Like, you can't mandate it because there are a whole lot of other responsibilities that the whole society has placed on the woman. A woman must be this. We don't even, a dear girl child, this is what you must do for the husband, this is what you must do. Have we ever had, dear son, this is what you should do for your wife? No, we already have that already. Now this simple finances again, now what's this split down with us? People should help us too now.
Okay.
sorry, Apostle, I wanted to ask you,
Let her ask me
the one you read that he said he was trained by his mother, do you think is the right thing or is the proper way?
It's not actually the proper way, but
what
the
is the
truth of the
proper
matter
way?
is that something can easily happen along the line.
But what is the proper way?
No, the proper way is let's do it together. That is how I see the proper way. Let's do it together. Yeah, let's do it together. That is what we call marriage. Marriage is not separation. Everything.
I agree.
Everything.
I
Do you
agree.
get?
But whose responsibility is it?
See, that is the same way we'll say the woman is in the kitchen. The woman is this. Whether we like it, whether we like
it for the man.
just the same way they'll say the responsibility of they will say when the child is bad is the mother's child, but when the child is good, they apportion the glory to the father. So what are we talking about here?
We are just moving around the circle. What we are saying is they should do it together. Together is always better. Splitting of bills should not be a problem. It will be a problem to you only when you are selfish or self-centered.
Do you understand?
Moses, I'm
See,
sorry,
for
I'm
example
saying.
now, listen, the Bible said he has made a helpmate. Do you understand? Helpmate. Together, you guys need to work together to help yourself.
Exactly.
You understand?
We're
So,
not.
but me, what I'm saying is the man is the head of the house, so he should take more responsibility.
Okay,
Exactly.
I feel like
I'm not countering their points. You understand? The shared responsibility is for the two people that are in the marriage. They are the ones that will come together and say, okay, this is how we are going to split it. But now, whose sole responsibility is it? It's the man's responsibility. The way we are arguing about it, that's why we have like so many men presently. I've counted 3 or 4 people, like 3 marriages separately, that the men will just wake up and leave the families and go away, and they say mental health. Like in those days, our forefathers cannot do something like that because it's like a shame. It's a shame. It's shameful.
Let me address that. Let me address that. See, I used to tell people it's the manner and way we should do this thing that matters.
Okay.
Do you understand? There are some women, because they are the one taking care of the house, they want everybody to know that they are the one doing it. That is where the problem comes in. But if you guys are doing it together in love, in love, in oneness, you understand? Without, I know of a family member, a family friend, you understand? He's now in UK with his family. Do you understand? The man was not working. They sacked him from his place of work. But this woman was taking care of the home. Do you understand? People did not even know. You understand? A few years later, they sacked the wife. The man got a good job. The man was now the one taking care of the family for more than 5 years. Which one be the only one? I'm telling you. Mr. and Mrs. Iyamo, if they are watching now, they are in UK now with the family, 4 children. Do you understand? It depends on your maturity. Also depends. And let me say, please, if you are watching me, don't marry somebody that is teaching. You know, that's where this problem is coming from.
Exactly.
I must be the team one at the split. Okay, I have said the man should be the this thing.
Wait, Sister Damola.
The small 40% or 30% when you want break, now you want that. So no.
Everything that we've been saying,
ideal
it brings
and
me to
realistic
my next
and
question
real.
actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is, can you date a man who is jobless while you work?
No.
And also for the men, can you
Okay,
date?
wait. Let's be realistic.
You see.
Wait, there is something we call ideal, okay? And there's something we call being realistic.
Yeah.
Now, what I was talking about is being realistic, but we know that the ideal part is this is what it should be. Ideal means this is what it should be. Being realistic, yes, it means this is what it is. So there are 2 different things. Now you're saying a guy who is jobless, that's another thing. Even if he's jobless, what are the steps? What are his actions like? Yeah. Is it just sitting down, being lazy, and he doesn't want to do something? I can help if you're jobless. Okay, you're praying, but you're still actually looking for what to do. You're trying. You're not just feeling okay. You're trying to even do something beyond your, above or beyond your power. You understand? But there's another. See, I always know somebody, but I will not say them out. I'm serious. He's jobless. Even the girlfriend has been, please try and get something. I will get procrastination. And at the end of the day, he still has the effrontery, the audacity, the liver to just demand from the girl. I need $60. I'm telling you, this is somebody she could not open up. She was taking care of this guy, and people around this guy would think it's because I'm sorry. He has this pastoral atmosphere, attitude that people could respect. They don't know that, and they'll be like, he's with this girl, whereas she's out that know how the shoe is peppering her in her leg. This guy is lazy. You're jobless, and you don't even have anything to do. You're just relying on your parents, on a whole grown-up man like you. Yes. So that's different. That kind of jobless I can't date. But you're jobless, you're striving, you're still trying hard to get something for yourself. Now, you know that it's just his present point. That doesn't mean that he doesn't have where he's going to. So somebody like that I can date. It's not a big deal. You understand?
Hey, on that, wait. So like, I'm gonna say, like, it depends on what age am I dating and what is happening. Like, while I was a student, of course I could date a girl that is not working actually, because I understand that we're students. Even myself, you should understand that I'm a student, so if I'm not working too. But now that I'm a graduate, I'm not Davido. Calm down. I cannot date you if you're not dating, because I don't find it attractive, because you'll be like literally you'll be free all the time. I'm coming back from work and you expect me to pick you up to take you to the movies while I'm tired. You're not even feeling the same tiredness. Do you understand? You won't even understand the pain I'm going through. You won't even understand the relationship better. You won't understand the struggle. You need to go and get yourself a job, whether you're a guy or you're a girl. You need to work. Do you understand? You need to work. Then if then at some point when we grow, I become somebody or you become somebody, then hey, you can rest. I'll take care of you, baby. That's okay. That's it. Yeah, but like at the beginning point, you have to work. You understand?
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me say this quickly. One thing I want to say, she said something when she was talking. Being anointed is not being wealthy. Sometimes we mistake these things and say, you know, I'm a pastor, I'm a reverend, I'm a doctor, I'm an apostle, I'm this. And that makes you to become so lazy. Nobody wants to listen to you. That is the fact. If whatever you are, if you like, let fire be coming out from your head, you must have something. There are many people who I know that are doctors. Like Paul Eleche is a doctor. Dr. Diko Lukoya is a doctor.
Of course.
So, you see, even our own daddy was a lecturer before he answered the call. So, anointing shouldn't make you not to work.
Yes.
If he makes you, and you now say because you are highly anointed, you have this thing, then you become a slave to your members. Because you always wait for them to give to you.
Yes.
So, me, on my own way, if you are lazy at the first place, you don't have anything you are doing, everything you do, yeah. When you wake up, you say you tie your ear, tie your head, and you say you are going to church. Or, madam, you have to go and find something doing. I will bless the work of your hand, not the... This is the truth. So let's bring the scripture to activities, to action, and to function. Not just be doing churchy. We love church.
Yes, sir. I'm talking from a place of experience. Even when I'm talking about these things, I'm talking from a place of experience. That's why. Because I've gone to the church, they said we should not go. I was just a newcomer there. They said, even newcomer, don't go. Wait, after service, pastor is not working. We need to be supporting him. He's here as a pastor to pray for us. He needs money to pay his bills. So I'm not just talking out of just talking about this pastor, and I know so many. I even have one as a member. We had to pray for him to know that he's supposed to be working, even though he's a pastor. And pastor in this fold, back then. So I know what I'm talking. I'm talking from a place of experience. So I'm
Even Elisha or Elijah.
So maybe those personalities that are pastors need to be reorientated, that even though they are pastors,
They need to work.
they need to work.
All right.
So
the fact that you are on the altar
that,
does not mean you should sleep on the altar. You need to go out and do something. Lisa, do you want to say something, or we go to the next question?
No, I would say I'm a woman that I have ideas, you understand? If he doesn't have a job, obviously, we can work something out together. But if he's lazy, then that's where the problem is. She has said everything.
All right. So this last question is, do you think the church has encouraged people to stay in toxic marriages? And do you think it has affected how we youth see marriage now?
I want to speak from this perspective. One woman like that. I don't know, because I'm online, I've just been careful. A woman died, a renowned worshiper, right? I normally use her song to pray. You see? But a preacher also preached one time ago that when it is toxic, you live separate, not divorce, but separate for a while. They come against him. They say, why will he preach that kind of message in the altar? When he now died, the same people that will say, why did he preach that message, were not the same people that now came back. If something like that happened, please separate for a while, this and that. That is hypocrisy. If we don't make the scripture and the Bible to be real to the people, we will deceive them indirectly, even without knowing. This is the reason. People, when you see some guys now in church, they're like, I'm not fit to. You see some lady, I don't have interest. Because we are seeing something, we are not citing it out. Mostly with the preachers. We see, even in church, things are wrong. Use it. I'm not saying you should call people's name, but make sure you bring understanding to the church. making them understand explicitly. Give them the rule and say, okay, this is how this thing should be done. Then people will pick knowledge from there. We lack marriage counseling these days. All we always do is shout, 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 shout. There are days you counsel the church. I'm not saying teach the church, but you counsel the church so that we can also learn from there. Because if it is not done like that, forget it. Unbeliever will have a sound marriage. I'm telling you, because they know what to do to themselves. But we believers, we don't know what to do. When we see something is wrong, we just close our eye, we didn't see it. There is a suggestion box there. When you know something is happening, write it there. The pastor can pick a message from there and just use it to, not just to, like, some people don't have sense. They can just call name. But it's not to call name, but use it as a counsel to the people so that the young can also learn. This is what my take is.
The question again so I can know.
All right. Do you think the church has encouraged people staying in toxic marriages? And do you also think that has affected how we, the youth, think about marriage?
This question actually deals with in most churches these days. It depends on how influential you are to the church. If you are bringing better money to the church, church no go tell you anything. Most churches. Apostle, like me and you. Hey, today. Apostle, me and you today were good. I like that, Apostle, the Spirit of God. Now, like, if you are influential, you have that, the church will just be looking at you like this, and it's unfair. Because even sometimes, in most situations, I don't blame the church, because when they tell you to, your pride might actually not want to listen. But at least you're a church. You don't send anybody. You have to tell them. Do you understand? But like, you see some the churches that, like, some people that are not like really influential in church, they will tell you. Church will tell you. In fact, you're not even a worker again. You will see pastor, in fact, get out of this meeting. That kind of thing. So it depends on the influence you have in the church. But no matter how influential you are in the church, please, the church should always tell the people the right thing. That's what brings us much more love for the church. Because people like me now, of course, there are some situations where like awkward things happens, and then like, we at the end of the day we know the truth in ourselves. So when you see something wrong happening, but you see the church doing the right thing, that's why I fell in love with New Breed Abjila. Do you understand? So like, be straight, be real. No, conny. We don't like that. You understand? So it depends on the influence and the kind of church. But all churches, even though we're youth and we're doing a youth podcast, church can learn from us. Do the right thing. If you do the right thing, we'll work for you with all our hearts. Exactly. That's how it is.
All right.
Okay.
I like this.
Well, I think there are two sides to it. Now, first of all, you already have somebody you want to be with, or you're already with the person. It depends. Maybe the church might be telling you, or the head of whoever is managing the church might be telling you what you want to hear based on what your character, your person. That's one way. So even if it's wrong, we know don't let me use the word now. Maybe the personality, or the individuality of the character of the head of the church of that particular church might not want to tell you the bitter truths. So they might just support, okay, yes, we'll pray about it, you guys are good. Or they might also want to encourage. Hey, something happened in one place.
Femi has a lot of tea. She's giving us all the tea.
Sister Femi, please continue, please.
Please continue.
The head brought a male and a female together. They don't have an idea of each other. They're like, hey, you guys are good together, and you'll be loving yourself in the marriage. Can you imagine? I was trying to press. Well, someone was later successful. But the other one was like, it's not possible now. Please, this will not happen. And I love the understanding of the second one, because you need to be realistic when doing these things. We need to be realistic, very, very realistic, and be careful, because marriage is something really, really, really sensitive. There are so many times that even as a member, you already have an idea in your mind. Okay, I will take Moses, and maybe God have already told the pastor that Moses is not for me. And I'm like, Pastor Moses is so good. He gives me so much money. It's easy. What do I expect him to say? Before I'm asking for his own opinion, or maybe to hear what God is saying, I've already said what I want to say. So do you think I'm even giving the head a chance to actually say the truth? So there are so many sides to it. The church should. We are just saying the church should. That is the ideal. The church should, and even we that we want to hear. Are we also ready to listen to the bitter truth and do? If I say, okay, separate, will you separate?
They will say the pastor destroyed the...
That is it. So it's both sides. You as the member, are you willing to take the action even when it's not pleasing?
But then
to be honest.
But then this issue of separation, right? I feel like if someone is in a violent, whether be it physical violence, be it emotional violence, I feel like this issue of separation, sometimes people don't change. You can't change people. People are who they are. Like, because you say, oh, you give them time. How long time do you want me to give the person? Because if you're saying, okay, separate for 1 year, it will change. What if it doesn't change in 1 year?
Okay, let's take this now. Streets. If you are going into something with somebody and you see maybe few red flags and you expect that person to change, you are at your own risk. At your own risk. It's not guaranteed. Because if it happens, nobody changes inside the marriage. Don't be deceived. Nobody changes inside there. So it's better for you not to take a risk. If you say God changed, Oluwa, you can go ahead. But to me, if you see it, don't take a risk. And secondly, again, the problem that the church also have is that most time the head of this religious leader, they also miss it while they were coming. If we want to follow your counsel, we should look at mommy. That is the fact. Okay. If we want to follow your counsel, we should look at mommy. It may be after you have gotten mommy, that is when you now got it right. Then we'll go and design what you have told us. It's a simple analysis. If you are saying, hey, the way these girls dress in the church, look at how they are exposing their laps and all of that. Look at the mommy first. Who is talking? So sometimes the reason why most churches don't address this, they are victim of it. Those who are leading the church, they are victim of it. That is one. Two, it is also a moment for leadership of the church to keep their eyes on the members. When you see a boy and a girl, they are playing and you are observing something, what you do is that you know them. They are your member. Within the church, I'm just saying within the church, maybe you may not know them out there, but within the church, you have observed a little kind of behavior from them. Then what you do, maybe you find 2 or 3 as a pastor or as a leader of the church. Quickly organize a marital counseling or whatever counseling. Why are you doing this? It's not because you want to call people out. You want to say, I'm observing this. No. You want to correct something, but not pointing at anybody. So when they sit down, you address that issue, and the person will know that, oh, that means what I'm doing with this person is wrong. It's not left for you to decide. So the church lack observation. And where they also brought to us to show us an example is wrong. How can you be seeing Mommy Gio and something is wrong with some dresses and all of that? You are even shy to say, is this one pastor's wife? If it is you, can you correct that? Let's be honest to ourselves. Do we get? So our leaders have stepped wrongly. So it's hard to correct we.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I feel the church or the leaders in the church should not involve themselves in things that are called marriages or relationship. And they should just have counselors. They should just counsel. Do you understand? The same way we tell ourselves, let's seek God for ourselves, is the same way we tell everybody in the church when it comes to relationship, when it comes to marriage, look for the person yourself. Because we are all we are people with different personalities. If we talk about the thing that bring us together in church is God, and we are here to seek God. But when it comes to all those kind of I call it extracurricular activities. It's still what happens outside the church. So how do they address it outside the church should not be different from how they address it inside the church. And one thing again is, with human beings, especially Christians, we want to put responsibilities on our pastors. We want to put, so that any small thing will not say, it's them, they are the ones that said, they're the ones. And then when we put responsibilities on them, and they now take charge of the relationship or the marriage, then they will not want that marriage to fail, because it will be shameful on their part. They want it to work by force. Do you understand? So it's in two ways.
I'm going to add something, but it's not actually due to the last question. It's due to that splitting. I'm going to tell you guys a very short story. Some time ago, my boss, he asked me, Oba, tobati niyawo, tobati kojani shop, tobati patachuli rapun yawo. I was like, why would I buy pants for my wife? Why would I? I was like, Lode, she's not your wife. What if she's actually in need of it? You don't even know. Like, you buy it, you're still splitting it indirectly, because she, instead of her going there to go and buy a thing with her money, you've done it, and it's increasing the love. You understand? I'll tell you another story. My mom and my dad. My dad used to pay the school fees and all of that. And there's no how you pay that school fees, because we went to private school. So there's no how you pay that school fees. You understand? But what my mom used to do is, she was actually a managing director of a company. So she was actually good too, but my dad was doing it. But so if she sees that my husband is ready, she'll buy wristwatches, belts, and all those shoes and everything. She'll not give it to me and my younger brothers one by one. I can't present it to your daddy. Just like that. Do you understand? So like now, when I got to Turkey, and at my first year, my second year, me and my dad were discussing. I was like, your mom doesn't really have much now again, this and that. Like, I was complaining that my mom does not give me any money. That this woman just, she was like, oh, but that's my wife. Do you remember those days when you used to do those things? She was the one that did it, and she made the love stronger. So at the end of the day, you guys need to split. You have to be together. It's one.
Is it back to the other?
Yeah. No, that's. I feel like it's for who wants to learn. It's for who wants to learn, because everybody's going to get married eventually.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Who knows who's going to watch this thing and going to learn something from it? So I'm just sharing my own idea, because
what works for you, right?
That day, like that day when my boss asked me if I could buy a pants for my wife, I was like, no. But when he gave a clear explanation, I was like, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm definitely doing that. Yeah, that kind of thing.
So I guess just do what works for you in your relationship. There is no manual to dating. There is no manual to marriage. You learn in the process. They said if you carry the red flag, it will only amplify by the time you get married. So if you see the red flag in the beginning, Oga run, sister run, don't go and say it will change when I get married to him. He will be a better person. He will just become more of the monster that he was when you were dating. And if you are lucky, he might just change. But do what works for you. Hey, shit too.
I got you. See, Sister Lisa's with the boys now. She's with the guys now. Do you understand?
See that ass here, let her hear.
Yeah, that.
Do what works. Oh, leave me now. Do what works for you guys. Apostle, did you want to say something?
Okay, let me quickly say this. Because we are talking as a Christian, so let's not forget the fact that the Bible also says a man is both sides now, who cannot keep his or her home. It's not word of leading. It's not word of leading. So before you bring correction to people, make sure you have also done that in your home. Don't come and tell us that you are our pastor. Don't come and tell us that you are our this and that. But make sure that correction, we can see it in your children, in your wife. Yeah. Because sometimes when I come close to you, the way you talk as a leader or the wife of a leader of an organization or a religion or a pastor, in quote, is something, is this person born again? Do you get? Yeah. So the character that they exhibit that we are seeing sometimes may not even let us come and meet you and talk about our relationship. So let's learn that.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. I had a blast today, and I hope you did as well. Please do well to stay tuned for our next episode. We promise to bring you better topics to talk about. And please do well to like, share, subscribe, drop a comment in the comment section. And it is a wrap, guys. Ciao.